Product they sell.
So this is quite a bit of fondant. How much would you guess that amount of fondant is ready?
It's about a pound, and I think it's originally like a 2-pound thing. How big is this?
Okay. Yep.
2 pounds. It's a 2-pound thing,
bucket.
but I've only got probably about a little over a pound here, because this is basically a 6-inch. It's a little over a 6-inch cake.
Yep.
So what you would have for a 6-inch. Hopefully I've got enough.
Okay.
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Well, it's not a thick layer of fondant.
No.
It's a nice thin.
It's a nice thin layer. I am going to manipulate it a little bit. It's an old
shoe.
An old shoe.
Because it's an old elf.
It's a worn shoe. It's a worn shoe. You left it behind with a little kitty inside.
This is.
So I'm gonna make this kind of an oval when I roll it out, in case you can't tell. I got crumbs in it anyway. Oh well, you'll forgive me.
Right. A wee bit of the fondant, a little bit over 1 pound of fondant.
Yep.
All right.
You know, I'll have extras, which I hope, because I'm using it for another project.
Okay. You got it. Nice.
If not, I have my colors.
Okay. And I think Tami already mentioned there's so many different options with this shoe. I mean, elf and Halloween, you know, witch boot, witch shoe.
You can make it into a Santa shoe
leprechaun,
instead. Leave it
Santa
straight
shoe.
across.
There's an
Pilgrim
idea.
shoe, leprechaun.
Yeah, like it.
What else can we do with it? Anyone else?
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, there you go.
Yeah,
Again, leave it
Frankenstein
straight
boot.
across.
Yeah. So I think that what I would suggest,
Probably make a tennis shoe out of it.
yeah, I think what I would suggest is make something right away. Get used to it. Get used to working with the brownies.
Brownies. There is,
And
I don't think there's
wow.
any learning curve working with brownies.
Yeah,
Seriously,
it's brownies.
this was the first time I'd ever worked with brownies.
Really? Looking good.
This is the second time I've ever worked with
Good.
brownies.
Truth be told, right here. Live Yum Yards. Yeah, so I think that, you know, the first one is always a rehearsal. It's a practice. Your first
I
one's
have
not
to
gonna-
make sure I can do it.
Well, everybody should. Everybody should, you know, rehearse something. That's what I would suggest for, you know, if I were ever going to do a wedding cake, the one that, you know, that you end up with is like the 5th time I've done that exact wedding cake. If I was starting out, I would just practice and practice and practice.
Absolutely.
You know, the cheapest thing you've got is the ingredients, you know. So just keep.
Yeah, if it was something
practicing.
really important, I practice it.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? You guys are important. It's really
right.
important enough to practice it once.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
it's good to know. It's good to know where we stand there, Tami. No.
Okay, so how we doing? Everyone, no question. I know this is so exciting watching me roll this out. But we're getting there. It's almost thin enough. Yeah, we're like right
No,
there.
it's good. No, it's,
Okay, so we're like
get it?
ready.
good.
Okay, we're ready to cover. It's a little thick, but it'll be okay.
Ta-da.
Yep, yeah, that was really hard.
Pick
Now
it
what
up.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this indent part first. Okay, and you do have to work fairly fast because red likes to crack.
Oh, see, there's a good tip right there.
Yeah.
Red likes to crack.
Red and black like to crack. So again, I lift it up and push it in. Always get my nails in there. Okay, all right. There we go. So now that we've got this indentation, we're good. Now, this top, see how it curls up? Well, I want it to curl up a little bit more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just pinching it between my forefinger. You can see that, right? See? And I'm just pinching it to bring it up a little bit more. Okay, and then same for these. Just use your fingers. Okay, and then we're going to continue bringing this down. You can't wait too long because otherwise you'll end up drying out your fondant. It's a little thick. Probably should have rolled it just a little bit thinner. You can do that at home.
What do you think? What do you think it is right now, as far as the?
It's, you know, it's probably at least 1/4 inch thick. It's a little thick.
Okay, so you think 1/8 of an inch would be better?
Yeah, between an 8 and 3/16. Yeah.
Wow.
1/8 would be a lot better. The thinner the better. So it's a little thick, but that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. We'll put enough embellishment on, we're gonna hide any issues I have.
Looking like a shoe.
Yeah, it is. It should look like a shoe. That's
Starting
good.
to.
Get some of this excess off.